Everybody, it's JetsCentral coming back with another video, and I have a major question for you guys. Okay, a huge question. What do you guys think the New York Jets are going to do on draft night, right? Day one of the NFL draft, April 25th, I believe. What are the New York Jets going to do, right? Who are they going to be picking? There's so many different routes the New York Jets can go down, right? Whether it's like Josh Allen, Nick Bosa, possibly Quinn Williams, a trade down, Jonah Williams, Rashawn Gary, Juwan Taylor. There's so many different players that the New York Jets could be targeting this upcoming draft. That's literally less than a week away. It's funny. I'm really hoping that these next few days just fly by because I don't think I could wait any longer. I'm so amped up for this draft. Cannot wait to see who we pick. And really just the main goal of this video is to reach out to you guys, not only give you guys my draft prediction, but also to see what you guys have to say down below. I mean, there's nothing better than connecting with other diehard Jet fans, all right? Because growing up in Florida, there's barely any. If there's any at all, at least in my area. I mean, I got my little brother, I got my dad, but that's pretty much it. That's the only New York Jets fans I know in my neck of the woods. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Who do you guys think the New York Jets are going to be drafting? Whether it's at 3, whether we trade up, whether we trade down, whatever the case is. So here's my prediction. All right. And let's have some fun with it, okay? So if you guys, have some crazy prediction, throw it at me. Just, don't be scared. Don't be shy in the comments. Just, let them rip. So I'm going to go out on a limb, all right? I don't want to give you guys just like the routine, we're going to be picking Josh Allen. I don't want to give you guys the routine, we're going to go out and get Nick Bosa. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say that the New York Jets are going to be picking defensive tackle from Houston, Ed Oliver, with the 3rd overall pick. I have a feeling when I look at Mike Maccagnan's past drafts, when I look at Adam Gase's past few drafts, there's a lot of connecting dots. There's a lot of connecting dots linking the New York Jets to Ed Oliver. Now, Oliver is not necessarily a position of need. He's not going to be the star left tackle. He's not going to be the number 1 AJ Green wide receiver. He's a defensive tackle who's versatile with a tremendous amount of power, potential, and upside. When I look at Mike Maccagnan's first few picks in the first round of his Jets general manager career, Leonard Williams, a guy who has tremendous upside. Darren Lee, tremendous upside. Little raw, but tremendous upside. Sam Darnold, huge upside. Jamal Adams, huge upside. When I look at Adam Gase's, first round picks with the Miami Dolphins, it's all kind of the same story. They're all, they're not afraid to take a raw prospect. A prospect that might have some question marks, might have some off-the-field concerns, might have a little bit of an injury history. Adam Gase's picks, Minka Fitzpatrick, huge ceiling. Who else? Laramie Tunsil. There was another one, Charles Harris, right, the defensive end from Missouri. He had a ton of question marks, really raw, coming off the edge out of Mizzou, but the Miami Dolphins took him anyway. Adam Gase, Mike Maccagnan, possibly Greg Williams, they all have the same kind of mindset when it comes to the NFL draft. This is just my, personal opinion here. I mean, I could just be dead wrong and they could just go Josh Allen, right? And I'm not saying that I would be disappointed because, looking at the Jets roster right now, we have so many different holes. So whether we go offensive line, whether we go defensive end or linebacker, whatever the case is, the Jets are going to be getting a massive upgrade. But I'm looking at how Maccagnan drafts. I'm looking at how Adam Gase drafts. I have a feeling that they're going to bet on Ed Oliver's upside, his power. Greg Williams, he was the Rams defensive coordinator with Aaron Donald. He had a first row seat to watching Aaron Donald develop. You could actually say Greg Williams deserves some of the credit for how Aaron Donald developed. You can say that. Ed Oliver's pro comparison by many NFL scouts, by all these draft experts, is Aaron Donald. A guy that can just wreak havoc inside the trenches from the interior. Yes, he didn't really have the sack or the pass rushing numbers that you'd want out of a guy that's being picked in the top 10 that is said he's tenacious, he is really ferocious at the point of attack and really in the trenches. But when you look at him, he played defensive tackle, right, nose tackle, for the Houston Cougars this last season. That's not really his position, but he did it anyway, and he did a really solid job. This guy has a tremendous motor, massive amounts of power. I have a feeling the New York Jets, sitting at 3, are going to sit there and say to themselves, with Adam Gase in the room, with Greg Williams in the room, with Mike Maccagnan in the room, they're going to say, hey, you know what? We're going to take a guy in Ed Oliver, a guy who has massive amounts of upside. Yes, he might be a little short. He might be a little undersized for the position, but we're going to watch the tape. We're going to go off of our, just go with our gut. And we're going to say, hey, you know what? Greg Williams is going to develop this guy into the next Aaron Donald. That's what I feel like the New York Jets system of beliefs is currently, right? Their current state of affairs inside that draft war room. So I have a feeling the New York Jets are going to be going with Ed Oliver. Now, again, that's just my opinion here. I don't have any weird sources or anything like that. That's just kind of my, because I've been noticing Ed Oliver, he's starting to climb up draft boards a little bit. I actually had really high regard for Ed Oliver back in, I think it was my mid-season mock or my way too early mock draft or something. I had the Raiders taking him at number 1, and then I saw kind of really after hearing the buzz, he was going mid-first round, or not even in the first round. Then he jumped up to mid-first round, hung out there for a few months, but now he's really being rumored to go in the top 10. I have a feeling the New York Jets might take that plunge because I'm hearing reports that the New York Jets are not sold, and granted, of course, it is smokescreen season as well, that they're not necessarily sold on at the top of the line, or the top, the cream of the crop of the edge rushers in this upcoming draft, the Josh Allens of the world, the Nick Bosa's of the world. The Jets might not be 100% sold on those guys, for whatever reason, whether it's technique or power or whatever. So I have a feeling the New York Jets could go with Ed Oliver, and it also kind of ties into another guy too that might be moved on draft day, not a college prospect, but a guy by the name of Frank Clark on the Seattle Seahawks, right? Frank Clark fits the system. The New York Jets have the money to pay him. The New York Jets did not attack the outside linebacker position inside free agency. I could see the Jets saying, hey, you know what? Let's try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Let's pick Ed Oliver, the guy with the highest upside in this whole entire draft. Let's pick Ed Oliver, plug him on the defensive line, pair him up next to Leonard Williams and Greg Williams, and then let's try to trade one of the mid-round picks, one of the extra third-round picks, for a guy in Frank Clark from the Seattle Seahawks and fill that outside linebacker slash pass rusher role and get that solid, versatile piece on the defensive line. So Ed Oliver, shifting gears back to Oliver real quick before I end the video. I know it's going on 8 minutes here, so I'm rambling, but Ed Oliver is a guy who, is he the best schematic fit for the 3-4 system? I don't necessarily think so, but I have a feeling the New York Jets are going to say, hey, you know what? Let's just get the guy with the highest upside in the building as soon as possible, and we're going to teach him up, and we're just going to coach this guy up to be the next Aaron Donald. That's what I have a feeling the New York Jets mindset's going to be. So again, complete shot in the dark here. That's just my personal opinion. That's who I'm kind of thinking. That's kind of just how everything is being mapped out. I have a feeling the New York Jets could shock some people and draft Ed Oliver on draft day. So that's my draft prediction. Let me know your thoughts. And like I said before, don't be shy if it's a crazy prediction like the Jets trade back to pick number, I don't know, trade back to, with the Chargers, and the Chargers come up for a quarterback, or the Redskins come up for a quarterback. Don't be shy. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. And as always, thanks so much for watching. And as always, go Jets.